Hey folks, Big Deano here again. This time with the Figurize Standard Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And I have to say, I really like this figure. Oh man. We'll take a quick look at the box, shall we? Before we go any further. Massive box as per usual. We get a sort of anime stylized picture of the figure. Quite fancy. You've got a picture of Goku and Vegeta doing the pose for the fusion dance, and yeah, that's about all I can really show you. I can kind of show you some of the pictures, showing all of his stances and such, and a picture on this side of what I'm guessing they took as inspiration for the design of the figure, how it goes together, and all the figures released thus far apart from Frieza and Goku, because apparently those two were garbage. So that'll do it for the box. Here is Goku in all of his Super Saiyan 4-ness. You get the usual accessories with a Figurize figure. Well, I say the usual, you do get a couple of extras, which they didn't have to include, but they did anyway, which makes me think we'll be getting a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at some point. You do have the fusion dance fingers. You've got the fists that's on him, plus Kamehameha pose hands. And again, quite easy to get him into Kamehameha pose. The only disappointing thing is that they give you these silly, dinky little effect pieces. I think every Goku plus the Gohan, plus maybe Cell, has came with thus far. Which, I mean, it's better than getting none, but I mean, the effect part just looks so small, so insignificant. Especially when you consider that Super Saiyan 4 Goku's Kamehameha times 10 is a different colour to that, so I don't think Bandai really thought that through. You do get the little stand with it as well, which is always appreciated. You do get the extra face, which is moulded off of the original Super Saiyan Goku head, I believe, just with a little notch cut out for the new hair. And we get a smirking face, because of course Super Saiyan 4 is that badass that they never look anything other than cocky. But yeah, moving that stuff out of my way, let's take a look at the figure. And yeah, the design of him is actually really good. I can imagine, well, don't need to imagine, we've seen what the Figuarts 1 did look like. They're probably retooling it to have the new articulation and such. But for a model kit, they've done a really good job. So yeah, you've got the posable tail. I say posable, it swivels to and fro. That's about all it does. You have good amount looking up. However, these bangs, I mean, the entirety of the hair actually, when you look at it side on, you realise they made sure there was a gap so that you actually had side to side movement and up and down movement and all the rest of it. The only problem with that being that while the back isn't too noticeable, unless you look at it from the side, the front two neck bangs noticeably hover off him. So, I mean, that's a bit disappointing, but other than that, it couldn't be helped, I suppose, could it? Arms can go up that far, so not hindered whatsoever. There is a flat piece to it, so that it goes into the body really easily. A swivel there. They've done something new with the arms. This time you can actually pop it down to get more range of motion out of it. It just pops back into place, as you heard. Ball joint on the hand, which comes in and out dead easy. Oh, his head just fell off. Don't do that to me on camera. You can look back pretty decent amount. Look forward an okay amount as well. Problem being, this chest piece doesn't actually move like much, if at all. So everything is done at the waist, and they didn't really account for that because there's a big gaping wound when he looks back the way. So you kind of have to position it. One other thing I should say is that when it's completely flush, it looks as if he's slouching. So you really have to pull it back slightly. But other than that, the articulation does well. It rivals SH Figure Arts anyway. You get pull down joints at the hips, which can get really good range. Single joint, but works just as well as a double, plus they accounted for the pants, which I'm really fond of them doing. And you get some movement at the upper foot. It would help if I actually showed you, wouldn't it? Some rotation, but there's actually a piece stopping it from going any further. The feet, they get a pretty decent ankle rocker and swivel as well. The one thing that bugs me is that to get the pants flush, and then I'm talking pants again like I'm in America, the trouser part to get it flush actually has his knees pointing out the way. So what you really have to do is get the feet pointed in a bit more, otherwise his feet go like that, which doesn't look natural or comfortable, to be honest. But yeah, apart from being a bit light, because obviously he's a model kit and not a full figure, he does tend to be quite light and difficult to stand up. But he is still a really good figure, and I will definitely be getting Vegeta at some point as well. But yeah, oh, before I forget, the back, they've done something new with this. You actually slide that piece in, instead of what Gohan and the others came with, which was like a clear nappy piece, I would call it. Take this piece out somehow. Come on. The bottom part's decided it doesn't want to go anywhere. There we go. So that piece works there, and you can actually use it to stand up. Of course, this dinky little stand doesn't actually work for that. You would need a full Tamashii stage act stand, but the actual hole is the same size for that anyway, so you won't have any troubles posing him in the air. I just wish they would give you a slightly better stand, although I suppose it is meant mostly for this stupid thing. But yeah, before I go, news broke recently that the next two model kits of these we will be getting is Future Trunks in the jacket and Vegeta. The Future Trunks you can actually buy as a time machine buildable as a separate accessory, which is quite cool. I'm not sure whether I'll get the two figures because I've got the Figure Arts ones, But I mean, the model kit of the Time Machine sounds really, really cool. I mean, the promo pictures did show it looking as if it was the Trunks model kit sitting inside it, but who knows? It might end up just being the same as the static Vegeta Saiyan pod, where you just got like a statue model that I think was in two pieces that you clip together front and back. But who knows? I'm hoping for the first, because it would be really cool to have him sitting in it. Anyway guys, I have droned on for long enough. Until next time, I shall see y'all later.